Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Beyond Shadowgate. Alright, where we last left off, we were partly climbing up the Gatekeeper Mountain, and we made it all the way to this portal here. We gave it the 6 souls, and unfortunately our Wisp friend had to sacrifice themselves to give it the final boost, but we can now go ahead and enter here, which I'm going to actually guess that this might lead to the final extra thing that was added for this game for the chapters, the Mines of something. I'm going to guess that it's going to be the case here. You exit the portal, less sick than usual. You're not sure where you are, but you recognize a cold stone mountain anywhere. You stand before an elaborate platform. The spires look like fangs guarding the entrance in the distance. It's a large doorway set into the mountain stone. You see a steel cage hanging in the moonlight. Can I go... You see a steel cage? Wait a minute. So if I go backwards... Oh! As your eyes peer up towards the unsettlingly large moon, you notice a steel cage imprisoning a red-eyed raven. "Hello, Fenling," the raven exclaims. "My name is Odin. I see you are new here. Welcome to the mines of Mythrock. Now, be so kind as to release me from this trap, and I will lend you my knowledge and guide you through this land." The raven finishes his speech and motions a wing towards the handle below the cage. "Well, now, how do I know I can trust you?" The moon hangs silently in the night sky. It casts a beautiful light upon the steel cage. "Be a dear and release me. It's quite embarrassing being trapped in here," Odin says hurriedly. "Yeah, well, why are you trapped in the first place, huh?" "How do I know I can trust you? Talk, bird, talk! Ouch, that smarts!" You ask how the raven became ensnared in the cage. "I'd really rather not talk about it," he says reluctantly. "Be a dear and release me. It's quite embarrassing being... I don't know. Take my salt." Alright, you know what? Sure, why not? The item is used... Oh. You pull the handle and release Odin from the cage. "Finally! Thank you, Fenling," he says with a hint of gratitude. "My name is Dell," you reply. Odd name. "Very well, Dell. I shall join you as your guide through these mines." The raven flies over and perches on your shoulder. "Forward, into the mines of Mythrock," he squawks cheerfully. I guess I should be doing a voice for it, like, "Arr! I want a cracker!" I know that's a parrot, but, you know. Okay. Quoth the raven, Odin has joined you. You know what? That actually makes entire sense because they want to keep that mechanic in there, but obviously the Wisp is gone. The question is, will he stay with me for the remainder of my journey, even outside of here? If you need to get into the mines, just say the word. Or rather, let me say the word, if you catch my drift. The steel cage that held Odin is now empty. "Good riddance," the raven squawks from his perch on your shoulder. You see fang-shaped spires. Oh, that's going back the other way. Fine. You pause as you notice shards of glass float off the ground and assemble themselves into a mirror before you. The visage of an old man appears in the glass. His voice booms, "Listen to me, sorcerer, for time is fleet." "Sorcerer?" you wonder aloud. Odin chimes in, "Don't worry about that. This is a recording, but do pay attention otherwise." The image of the man continues, "I am Lakmir the Timeless, the warder of Castle Shadowgate. The great drums of the mountain dwarves are gone silent, but do not fret. I shall not leave you unarmed. Odin, my raven, and now your guide, will lead you. Do not tarry. Fare thee well, sorcerer." With that, the glass falls away. Odin speaks, "There you are, Dell. At your service. Now, let us get out of this cold. Bring us to the stone door at once." Now I kind of wish I would have seen what the dialogue might have been differently if I didn't have him with me. Maybe it wouldn't matter so much. Odin perks up as you approach the door. "Ahem. Open sesame," he says. Oh, yeah, see, I missed some flavor text. Oh well. The ground shakes and the door slowly slides open. "Well, I'll be," you mumble. Odin looks at you quizzically. "Did you not try that, Fenling? First day, is it?" he replies. "Look, buddy, I've had a long journey, all right. And actually, I technically think this is still my first day. This imposing doorway has all the characteristics of an entrance to a dwarven mine. You see a long corridor ahead. Just a set of stone spires. Okay, well, I'm sure it's just it had weird things on the door, and I don't know how to open it. Also, oh, chapter 10. How about that map? 74%. I thought maybe getting to here would be 75. You'd expect this hallway to be bustling with activity and littered with tools, but it is dead silent. It is a small green tablet. You recall reading that dwarves use them to power various mechanisms. You see a doorway at the far end of the hall. You've heard that dwarves section their mines to secure against cave-ins. You see a chest in a small alcove. Oh, chest you say? Ears perk up. The torch is tightly fastened to the wall. You cannot take it. Thinking it could be useful, you take the tablet. This green tablet serves as a power source for dwarven technology. You don't know how it works, but it does. Sure, I'll buy it. Tis a hallway with a lone pedestal. It's a small red chest made of fine materials. You expect no less from dwarven craftsmanship. This stone appears quite loose, an odd thing to notice about a dwarven structure. Usually flaws in their execution, it is not common to see a mistake made by dwarves. You're in a small alcove. Well, let's just blindly open this. You lift the top of the chest. Inside is a small glowing orb. I expected a trap there. The orb emits a soft blue glow. You take the orb. Odin offers some advice. These mines are covered in glamorous spells, Del. This orb will help you see through the facade, illuminating the truth where things seem missing. Odin speaks to you. Hold the orb when you feel something is missing, and it may reveal the truth to your eyes. There's no handle or notch, so it cannot simply be opened. You hit the stone and hear a hollow thud. The stone crumbles, revealing a metal key. A small bronze key is stuffed into a hidden compartment in this wall. You reach into the wall and take the small key. It's a simple key. You notice dwarven symbols carved into the metal. The hole in the wall is empty. I'm basically going to not use this until I die from something, because I want to see if there's any deaths without using it. Like, oh, you thought this was just a hallway? It's a trap floor! A wooden door separates the entrance from the rest of the mines. You rattle the handle, but the door is locked and will not budge. It appears we will need a key, Del. Go take a look around. No need to rush. I'm not bored. Not at all, Odin says. You stare at the carved ruins and recognize the repeating ribbon-shaped symbol. Odin notices your confusion and says, Lackmere was quite insistent on adding those. He mentioned it was a warning, but he did not specify further, Odin finishes. Very talkative. Unlike the Wisp where it only talked when you, asked it, he's just offering up a lot of stuff. Alright, that's fine. And of course it's going to be this key. The wooden door is unlocked. Door opens with a gentle push. Corridor continues ahead. You hear a scuttling noise from above as you watch a peculiar red thing hop from the ceiling, to the wall, and onto the floor. That is one silly-looking spider, Fenling, Odin squawks. Ugh, I hate spiders so much. So much, you reply. Odin responds tersely, Yes, well, remove it already. I've places to go. Really? Where you got to go, Odin, huh? You got a hot date? Got a hot bird date? Got a bird lady? Let's see. The dwarves use mechanisms and enchantments to protect their mines. Stone tablets are the key to overcoming their traps. This spider is less offensive to the eyes than most, but you'd still rather squash it and be done with it. You look at the well-worn stones of the floor and wonder why such a populated mine is now empty. It's because everyone's dead. The hallway continues deeper into the mines. You see a deep pit with several stone platforms. There is no response. Will he respond to my fist? You run forward to give the spider a good boot. It tumbles backwards end over end until it smashes against the wall. Having had enough, the spider slowly rises and scuttles up the wall and away until it's out of sight. Is there any way to actually die from that? Hold up. I don't normally do this for every little thing, but I'm genuinely curious. Come on, there's got to be a spider death. If not here, there might be one later. Oh, it must have auto-saved. Gosh darn it. Alright, well, oh well. Hopefully we encounter it later and then it finally, has enough and, kicks our ass. Let's go here. Oh, to the trap hall. Lovely. You take a peek over the ledge and realize you can't see the bottom of this pit. Odin speaks loudly. Don't worry about that sigil. It is a defense mechanism that senses a threat. And you couldn't possibly be a threat. So, onward, Odin finishes with a snicker. Several stone platforms create a pathway to the stone pedestal ahead. Dwarves strip the resources from rocks so thoroughly that massive pits are often all that is left. Alright, sure. I trust you, Odin. I trust you with my life. I've known you for all of 3 minutes. This dwarven mirror casts a stunning reflection of your surroundings. Uh-huh. I feel like that means something here. This, nope, still surroundings. 'Tis a large pit. Above it, several stone platforms serve as a dangerous bridge. Your interest is piqued by the ancient scroll. A morbid skull candle shines atop the table. You notice the wax doesn't melt and the flame does not flicker. It is a small green tablet. You recall reading that dwarves use them to power various mechanisms. The strange book catches your interest. Before you can reach for it, Odin says gravely, "If you could see what I can, you wouldn't touch that book, Fenling." Well, what do you see, huh? Why don't you tell me? You quickly flip the book open to a page. Dell, you fool! Odin squawks as he flies off your shoulder. An apparition floats up from the tome, hovering before you. Bird, you're scared of this? It's cute, you say, smirking. The ghost floats to you and touches your face. In a second, all your skin melts off of your body. You die in severe pain. Ooh, I like that one. It's like, if you could see what I see, you wouldn't touch that. Well, how about you tell me? How about you tell your partner? Oh, I missed 75, or at 76%. I'm going to take the dwarven tablet. I'm going to open the scroll and begin reading the scribbled text. Hedrog, I bring news. I have heard nothing from Fergrin since his crew entered the western tunnel. It is unlike him. I'm activating the defenses. I believe Fergrin has unleashed something hidden here eons ago, and I have seen no one since. Raise the alarm. Send word to the... I was gonna say, send word to what was it? To Gondor. Raise the alarm. Send word to King Thermor at Dragonfell. I will move as quickly as I can. You must reach the king. The scroll signed, Borin. You return the scroll to its place. You take the skull candle. You blow on the candle, but it does not flicker. This must be another ingenious dwarven power source. Okay. What if I use the orb now? What if I use it on this? No, really? Use it on you! Actually, can I use it on myself? No! Alright, fine. Of course. Bottomless pit, you say. I'll be the judge of that. What? Oh, hey, you're back. The scuttling sound alerts you to the presence of another absurd-looking spider. It proceeds to block your path. Despite looking like an annoyed red cotton ball with legs, this spider is indeed a spider. As you walk past it, the thing leaps onto your back and pierces your neck with its fangs. Its venom quickly paralyzes you. The last thing you see before you pass out is the spider extruding a sticky thread as it wraps you up. That is not a way to go. Getting tied up by a spider to be eaten later. Especially if we're talking like giant-ass spiders. No thanks. Oh. I wonder if it's like random chance. There we go. Take this! I don't know if that'll change if you do it a certain number of times, but... Alright, tablet. So we have 2 tablets. And actually... Okay, we're still about halfway through the mines here. It is another empty hallway. This mine is far too barren for your comfort. You see a large pit with several stone platforms through this doorway. You see 4 stone pedestals standing guard at the edge of a platform. We're gonna have to parkour this one a little bit more, I think. It confuses you why dwarves favor bottomless pits. They're inconvenient at best, you think. The sigil on the wall is most unusually dark. It's almost as if it is obscured by sorcery. Now, let's see. Unlike the rest of the torches in the mine, this one is oddly unlit. 'Tis the central mine corridor. I keep thinking I'm trying to go backwards. You run as fast as you can and leap onto the stone platform. That was your plan, at least. Unfortunately, you don't quite reach it. Your chest crashes into the stone, bouncing your body into the pit below. You fall for what seems to be ages until you meet your demise as your body splatters against the bottom of the pit. Now that's what I was looking for. Can I do it here too? I find it very unbelievable that, like, we talk about a pit, but you cannot die there for this one. Another one. Another one. Bow. I should be careful because this could change as we go along. Alright, so that will not work, clearly. You grab the torch and give it a pull. It snaps down and you hear a click sound from behind the wall. Clever dwarves. Not clever enough, but pretty good, you say proudly. Odin responds, it was unlit, Del. A dozen lit torches in here and you notice an unlit torch. Brilliant, he snickers. Wow. He's right though, it's like, come on, Del. Every torch we've come across this entire game basically has noted that it's lit and cannot be taken from the wall because they know what kind of players are playing this. The stone pillars quickly slide into place as if beckoning you across the pit. Nope. Sure. There is no reflection in this one. You stare into the dark mirror. It looks like an endless void. The thought fills you with dread. The intricate details of this stone stand are awe-inspiring. Several stone platforms form a dangerous bridge across a pit. These books are written in a language you don't understand. You'd rather not ask the bird. Why not? He's a wealth of knowledge. Take the book. Open the book. Use the book. Hit the book. Hit the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the handsomest of them all? Nope, nothing there. Something is off about this nonsense. Can I do anything else? You hold the orb aloft. Energy pulsates from the sphere, dispelling the darkness in front of the sigil. You did it, Del. Let's see what was behind that darkness spell, Odin remarks insistently. Sigil now emits a warm glow. Uh-huh. Oh, check it out. Okay, an expertly crafted dwarven mirror casts a magnificent reflection. It's hard to tell which side is real. It's gonna mention that. Nope, it's gonna be like that. Alright, but that means I can take... You place your hand on the book and feel something you don't see. As you snatch up your prize, a key materializes in your hand, as if from thin air. Dwarven symbols, yep. You place your hand on the table and feel something you don't see. As you snatch up your prize, a tablet materializes in your hand, as if from thin air. Alright, alright. I don't think you'd be able to grab those without actually doing the reveal. Kinda cool if you could, though. Maybe there'd even be an achievement for it. Alright. Now leap off again! Oh. You know what? I'm genuinely curious. Nope. You were only able to fall because you hadn't made the platforms. No spider this time? Ah, okay. There's one here already set up for us. 4 stone pedestals are placed unusually close to the pit. Something tells you that they are not simply for decoration. There is a tablet placed in an indent atop this pedestal. Can I take this one? You take the tablet. I thought maybe there'd be an achievement for, like, having all 4 tablets in my possession, but I guess not. Even if you could cross this chasm, there is a heavy stone door blocking the way forward. Nope. It still keeps thinking that I just wanna... You're unable to move there. Oh, shit! With a short sprint, you leap with everything you've got. Even if you could get across, there would be nowhere to go. But that doesn't matter since you don't even get close, and scream as you fall into the infinite darkness below. It's like D&D and I don't have enough running distance to make the jump. Okay, so... I guess they're all just regular tablets, so I guess it doesn't matter. Huh, you place the tablet into the indentation in the pedestal. The pedestal radiates an energy as it glows brightly. The other one wasn't glowing before, so I think I... No, See, that one's still not glowing. We won't question it. You place the tablet in... Okay. Interesting. A rumbling sound echoes through the chamber as the door opens and stones rise from the darkness. These stones have aligned to create a footbridge across the gap. What if I take this? You take the tablet. The door closes and the stone footsteps retreat, leaving no way forward. Look at that! We don't need all of the tablets. So, that was an actual attention to detail. It wasn't them forgetting to have a graphic for powering. It's not necessary. Just kind of checking. Okay, cool. You see a short hallway hewn into the mountain. You again! Boot. Okay. Unless it, like, starts saying anything else, I'm just going to click past it while carefully reading through it. Through the doorway, you see a large orb mounted in the wall. The door is locked. You notice a simple keyhole in the wood. Do I have a key? I do have the key. Having passed the defenses, this must be the beginning of the Dwarven Mine proper. Magic orb. A large orb dominates the center of this room. It sits atop some type of control mechanism. This magic orb is a device for storing messages. Fascinating, but you prefer old-fashioned conversation. Something tells you this empty slot may control the magic orb. You insert the tablet into the slot. The orb comes to life as an image begins to form. The face of a dwarf appears on the magic orb. His concern is obvious. A voice comes from the orb. Where is King Thermor's legion? The defenses fail, Hedrog, and the shadows lengthen. Do not forsake me here. Signs of destruction grow with each step. What was released is no mere beast. No, it is nothing less than the Dark Wizard. Do you hear him? His voice is lilting. Lilting? I've never seen that word before in my life. His voice is a lilting aria that pulls at my will, even as I ready the few last defenses. I have done all I can. He calls me Hedrog, but I will not answer. No! He shall not have my soul. I will deny him this with my last breath. The final word spoken, the orb powers down. You hear the sounds of grinding steel, distinctive of a minecart slowing to a halt. Odin chimes in, dark times indeed, but what matters to us is that a minecart should be ready for us. Let us go, Fenling. There is nothing that could have saved these dwarves. Tablet is stuck firmly in place. Okay. $69, dudes. Your feet will not take you there. Oh. Okay, I have to use the key here now. You place the key in the lock. With a twist, the door unlocks. You swing the door open. You see a mine shaft ahead. Okay. Oh, could I have had an open spot to leap from before? I don't know. The minecart is empty for you to enter. Anytime you're ready, Fenling, Odin says with a hint of annoyance. Oh, sorry. So I gotta do that a little more annoyed. Anytime you're ready, Fenling. Anytime you want to move. The lantern is tightly fastened to the cart. You cannot take it. The minecart is ready for you to enter. Oh. This is clearly a minecart docking station. The metal rails stretch off into the distance. This cart is engineered better than any you have ever seen. This lever must activate the cart, but it will require power to move along the tracks. You steer down the mine shaft, but you're unable to tell where the tracks lead. 'Tis the docking station where the minecart is unloaded. Alright, so I gotta, like, put something in it. Maybe the skull candle, the lantern, my ass. You pull the lever. Nothing happens. You place the candle flame in the furnace. You hear a loud whoosh as the furnace ignites and rumbles to life. The furnace burns with life. The cart is ready to take you for a ride. Pull the lever. The cart springs to life, sending you toppling onto your rear. Brace yourself, Del. Odin cackles from his perch on the rear of the minecart. The cart travels faster, deeper into the quiet darkness of the mines of Mythrock. So you see, Del, that's how I came to be in the cage. Terribly embarrassing, really. You told me, Odin. That's telling one too many people already, you reply. Time passes. Hey, we didn't get to hear! Bullshit! It's a giant mouth, bird. Why does a giant mouth have wings? And it spits fire? Wait. Giant mouth, bird. Why does a giant mouth have wings? Stop shouting at me, Fenling. I was expecting a sorcerer. You figure it out, Odin squawks in your ear. More time passes. I was keeping the bauble safe. Really? Have you ever been to Gwenenthal, Odin? I didn't think so. Well, who am I to call you a thief, Del? No one, that's who. That said, you sound like a thief, Odin replies. Eventually the cart slows as it approaches an empty platform. Well, that was enough excitement for one day. Quick, Del, let's be off this cart. I'm uncomfortably motion sick, Odin says slowly. I didn't think you could get motion sick. Whoa, we suddenly jumped to 80, baby! The lantern is slightly fastened. You are deep within the mines of Mythrock. You wonder what mysteries lie ahead. You see an ominous stone doorway ahead. You see a device that looks like a dwarven messaging machine. Well, maybe it'll take something different. This small alcove houses a dwarven messaging machine. There's a large button here. Oh, okay. This must be another messaging device, but the shape is unlike the previous one you saw. It reminds you of a safe. The familiar voice of the great wizard Lakmir booms in the small alcove. Welcome, sorcerer. I must ask a task of you. Hidden within this safe is my talisman. Take it and travel to my cabin. Okay, back over there, and I need that talisman. It's what's gonna go into the wall. It shall reveal the final path you must tread. Be wary, for as you proceed, you will come to understand the danger you face. I trust Odin has served you faithfully. At this, you glare at the raven and mumble, he's been talkative, yes. Lakmir's voice continues, make haste, sorcerer, and evil stirs in a place long forgotten. As the echo of the Lakmir's voice fades, the panel slides away, revealing a hidden compartment. Why, are you just going to freely give it? What if I was the Dark Lord himself? The device opens to reveal a blue and red hexagonal talisman. You take Lakmir's talisman. Is Lakmir's talisman. The hexagonal edges are covered in scratches, implying it was removed from a holder. The compartment sits empty. Nope, the button has been used. See a dock where the minecart came to a stop. The mines have been pretty straightforward, all things considered here. As you approach the door, it responds to the talisman. The stone slab quickly rises and reveals a path forward. Man, I need to, like, not go for those things first. I should just leave them so I can get flavor text for things that I'm missing. I'm not getting to look at these doors. I like to read the flavor text, even if it doesn't actually mean anything. You stand before an elaborately carved doorway. Dwarves really do love their doors. I was going to say their odors. Everyone likes their own brand. 'Tis a minecart dock. You see the moonlight reflecting off two fang-shaped spires. And nothing else, because I can't look at the door anymore. This is going to be it. This will be the final screen. Yeah, 100%. You don't think you've ever appreciated the beauty of the moon as you have today. You find yourself on a plateau outside of the mines of Mythrock. What's one more portal, you think, as you prepare yourself to be warped across Kaltorlin once again? What's one more portal? How about you, bird? Did you happen upon a cabin, Fenling? The talisman you found is the key. Must I spell it out for you further? No. Now shut up. But first... Oh. Come on, leap off the plateau. Alright, fine. Back from the depths, escaped the mines of Mythrock. Yet another dimensional warp later, you arrive back at a familiar location. Don't forget, I'm still here, Odin chimes in. I'll see you through this until the very end. Don't you worry, Del. Yeah. I was totally worried, but it makes sense. He's gonna stick with you because they want you to have that as a mechanic still. What do you say now? Same thing as before. Fine. And then this portal, the gate to the mines of Mythrock is closed. There's nothing left to do but find Belisar and end this madness once and for all. I mean, we're getting closer, 81%. Okay, so now... Talisman... There's all the crap. Okay. You place the talisman into the slot, and it fits perfectly. But nothing happens. Something isn't right. Do that. A sudden burst of light blinds you temporarily. Just a small, sparsely... Oh, oh, I'm just reading the thing now. Oh, okay, so this did something. The fibers of the tapestry have magically changed. It now depicts a path that leads to a castle. The talisman is stuck firmly in place. I assume it's safe now. The brambles are thick. Oh, but a magical stone archway appeared on the path. The archway opening has an otherworldly glow and must lead somewhere far beyond. So now I won't get brambled to death. Is that even a word? Is getting brambled a thing? Whoa. As you push through the brambles and into the passage, you emerge to find yourself face to face with a terrifying creature. I can't even make heads or tails of what the hell this thing is. You are paralyzed with fear as the creature gazes upon you. You can tell it's thinking as it looks you over. So you took my music away. You stare dumbfounded at the creature perched on the wall. You cannot quite comprehend what it is that you're seeing. Though bestial, its eyes radiate power and intelligence beyond anything you've ever encountered. Shoot first, ask questions later. You ball your fist and thrust it at the eldritch creature. It is the last thing you ever do. Its tendrils snatch your body into the air as its saliva melts through your flesh and bones. There is nothing left of you. Alright, how about we speak to it? You speak to the eldritch creature. Its eyes focus on you, yet it seems to stare through you. Welcome, Savior, it says in a raspy voice. Savior, Odin replies. You speak, I'm Del, but the creature interrupts. As it speaks, its gaze lingers on your form for a moment, but settles past you. I know your name, Fenling, and your pet. I do not address you. Pet? I am a guide, Odin squawks in protest. But the creature pays the raven no mind. It continues. 35 years ago, the saviors and their champions came. The champions had names. Jer, Eric, Del. The saviors, all brave souls, but in truth, all fools. Their battles raged across all reality. Champions fell and rose again, in monochrome realms of lands ripe with color. Across multiple dimensions, the war repeated, one story warped, retold, and replayed infinitely, the truth misunderstood. Cal Torlin celebrated each story's end as the true victor was banished. Its voice becomes grave, the stage is set, and the final act begins. Will you deliver this land from evil? Or will you plunge it into darkness? Savior, the story ends with you. Steel yourself. Lead your Fenling and Raven into battle. You talking to me? You breaking the fourth wall? You talking to me? You talking to me? Is he breaking the fourth wall? Face to face, confronted the gatekeeper. Its final words spoken, the creature vanishes. What do you think of this, bird? Looks like it's onward to the great beyond for us. How exciting! As foretold, a great unknown lies beyond this threshold. New location and a new chapter. Emerging from the brambles and thorns, you survey the imposing entrance to the legendary castle Shadowgate. The ancient towers of this magical structure rise into the sky as if powering the fearsome storm overhead. Smiling at your accomplishment, you are not sure how it worked out, but you are proud that you made it. Ooh, Shadowgate. Rising from the earth like a great stone titan is the legendary living castle, Shadowgate. There's no other flavor text besides just the castle. What if I go backwards? Oh. It's the entrance to Shadowgate. Excitement swells in your heart. You thought this moment would never come. Oh, finally we can actually look at the mushrooms. It's a sternute mushroom. You used to use these to play pranks on your fellow fenlings. One whiff of the spores will cause a tremendous sneezing fit. You gently pluck the mushroom from the soil, trying not to disturb it enough to release the spores. Achoo! Clearly you were not gentle enough. When these mushroom spores touch the nostrils, they'll cause an immediate and violent sneezing fit. Use it on the bird! Oh, Shadowgate. It has been many years. Venture, Fenling, into the living castle of the dead. Your destiny lies deep within. The heavy wooden door that now hangs loosely. Time has caused the iron hinges to rust and decay. The front of the castle is this way. The door creaks loudly and falls off its hinges. The musty, stale air that pours from the hall causes you to gag and cough. Doorway leading into the castle Shadowgate. Behold Shadowgate, entered the final castle. A sense of dread overwhelms you as you have the feeling a malevolent power is watching you. You notice a closet is built into the structure. Now, how much will it actually look like the original games? Also, it's been a while since I've played the older one, not including the remake from earlier this year that I played. So I don't remember the layout fully as much, although I guess the remake does have a similar layout, so we'll see how much that helps me. A coat of dust covers this empty torch holder, implying the torch was collected long ago. Yeah, the previous player. Or jair, I should say, I guess. This doorway leads outside to a dirt path. Now, if it was actually me, I would have burned all these rugs. This small, cramped storage closet doesn't have much room. You aren't certain what could have been stored here. Also, I just realized my orb of sight or whatever was like one-time use. So we'd have to remember that it's going to imply that, it's not just going to imply, it's going to be shown that it's been 35 years, so a lot of things would have already been triggered by Jair, and so yeah, probably a lot of this is actually going to look worn down and broken and all that. The stone hallway is thin, even for your size. The floor has fallen away, revealing a long vertical shaft. It's quite the drop. Drop this! You take a few strides and attempt to leap across the pit. Your little legs aren't quite up to the task, and you fall short of the other side. You fall endlessly into the darkness below. Your screams soon fade, and the room becomes deathly silent. Ah, there we go. The classic. They had to do that. I really do like that little detail. Each zone has their own skull thing. The stone looks to have fallen away from the mortar. There is a small room beyond the wall. Hallway has collapsed, leaving an impassable pile of debris. The damaged ceiling has revealed a structural beam. It looks like a sturdy anchor point. Ah, okay. Gotcha. You see long corridor with crumbling archways. Swinging the grappling hook with surprising dexterity, you throw it as hard as you can and just barely reach the beam. You can now safely cross to the other side. The rope is firmly attached to the ceiling. With it in place, You can proceed. Grabbing the rope with both hands, you give a feral yell and swing across the pit, landing safely on the other side, like Tarzan. Oh! Watch out for that boom tree. Your momentum carries you through the hole in the wall and into the next room. The small room is in disrepair. Concrete rubble litters the ground, and vines snake along the wall. Snake, you say? Snakes? What's it say? Large vines have grown up the wall and into the doorway. They look sturdy enough to hold your weight. Loose, modern-looking nails are barely holding this torch in place. It looks like it could fall at any moment. You grab the end of the torch and, with a gentle pull, take the loose torch off the wall. We're playing Beyond Shadowgate, the sequel to the official Shadowgate game, and only now, 84% of the way in, do we have a torch in our inventory. The solid metal construction and paint on this handle tell you this is not a torch. It seems more like a lever, although technically it's not an actual torch. And I know that. I remember it was a lever from the original game, but it says torch, okay? This is as close as we're gonna get. We're not allowed to have torches in the sequel. There's a room with a large pit beyond this hole. Through this door, a spiral staircase descends into the darkness. Cool air greets your face when you enter the stone chamber. A slithering noise causes you to halt and hold your breath. The source of the sound makes itself known. A frightening basilisk slides into view. If you catch its gaze, this mythical creature can turn you to stone in an instant. Let's take a look at it. The serpent-like basilisk stands firm before you, its eyes fixated on you as it prepares its petrifying gaze. You receive no reply. The basilisk turns its cold, wide eyes towards you. Your limbs stiffen and become heavy as they are turned into stone. The weight of your body lowers you to the floor as the creature slithers closer. The last thing you see is its maw opening wide. Now, I think I know what I need to do, assuming I still have it. So let's come back to that in a bit. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't have. You see a creature standing at the edge of a chasm. It turns to face you, then starts to crawl closer, closer. You don't like how it's looking at you. You start to wonder if it's hungry for a fendling. You look over the edge of the deep chasm. Height is dizzying, but the screams of the undead below truly frighten you. Before your eyes is one of the strangest creatures you've ever seen. For some reason, it reminds you of a moon with legs. Clutched in its maw is a dark blue gemstone. You hear it breathing heavily through its nose. Up this spiral staircase is a room with rubble on the floor. Can I interest you in a trade for that gem? There's no response. How about we trade blows instead? The creature's tongue whips out of its mouth and wraps around your body. In a split second, you are pulled into its maw. It's like a tomato or a strawberry. It's not long before you become a snack for the hungry monster. I guess I'm the strawberry now. Alright. Hungry, eh? I got some you could eat. Taste my bread! Ah. Gonna guess it's the same for cheese. But let's just rule it out, shall we? Oh no! You think the mushroom will work? It'll sneeze out the gem. Achoo! Holding your breath, you throw the sterned mushroom straight into the ugly creature's face. It's a direct hit. With a loud choo, it spits out the gem. Tumbling backward into the chasm, you hear the undead below shouting intensely. After a short moment, the screams are replaced with loud, chomping sounds. Ooh. Is he eating the undead? Ugh. While the gemstone is covered in monster slobber, it has remained pristine. Ugh, yuck. You collect the blue gem as Odin squawks. Lakmir spoke of these gems. They functioned as magical keys in Castle Shadowgate. Shame Lakmir isn't here to instruct you, he finishes. You reply, true, but Jer is. He may have some advice. Alright, well, way to spell that out. So we're going to need to talk to Jer. We still have not come across his doppelganger, which means he's got to be in here, right? Unless he's like alluding to something for like future games or something like that. They're not planning another sequel, are they? It's a large dark blue gem that once helped Lord Jer traverse Shadowgate. You wonder if he can unlock its secrets. Alright, well, I'm going to assume there's nothing else here except for Leap of Faith! With a mighty shout, you plunge into the chasm. The undead stand below, screaming eagerly, waiting to catch you. It's like a mosh pit. You're like, yeah! Except for everybody stands apart, and then you just fall flat on the fucking ground. If I was at a concert, I would never risk a mosh pitting, like jumping onto the crowd surfing and all that. That might have been a thing then. I would not do that now. Okay. Was there a teleport closer by? Not really. You'd have to go. I will go talk to Jer, but not right now. I think I know how we can handle this guy, but we're about at time. So in the next video, we'll try my idea to get past the basilisk, and if not, we at least can go back to Jer, so we'll have something to do. So I'll see you then.